to Bees today. I have seen Scarlett speak before in other networking events, and she's wonderful and lovely. So I'm so happy to have her with us. Scarlett owns her own company, Scarlett Image Consulting. Um, Scarlett shows women executives and business owners how to look as put together on the outside as they are on the inside. For the last 14 years, she has guided her clients to always know what to wear and have outfits that reflect their personality, professionalism, and power. Her clients all have the same thing in common: renewed self-confidence. As the founder of Scarlett Image Consulting and author of Stop Stressing About Dressing, her one-of-a-kind in-person and worldwide online workshops reveal how a more powerful presence leads to more opportunity and more profit. Please welcome Scarlett DeBeese.
Hi, everybody. Hi. And I just wanted, I wrote this down, but about the skincare and about clothing, I wrote down that doing everything the same way will get you the same results. So if you don't like your skin, it's time to change the products. If you don't like your wardrobe, it's time to learn how to stop stressing about dressing. So that I can do. So out of curiosity, how many of you, knowing the pressure of me being the speaker, how many of you went to your closet this morning and in less than 2 minutes could pick out an outfit that you absolutely love and shows off how professional and smart you are? This is, I got a. All right. So I'm glad I'm here. That's my specialty. That's what I do. I'm able to put outfits together quickly for my clients and for myself. And I'm going to give you a couple of, ways to get going and how to do that too, because what you wear is sending a message. And as Katie said, you're here because you want to make more money. You want to grow your business. And so what we wear is going to affect how much money we make, because the way we show up is how the message that we're sending. So if you want to be seen as the person to solve somebody's problem, you have to come across as very confident in how you look. And how you look a lot of times is really how the clothes are fitting you and how you feel in them. So if you feel that, now with the virtual world that you only have to be seen from, the waist up, that waist up has to be the best possible way you can be, even on Zoom. And then as we slowly are getting out there again, the panic is beginning to set in from what to do about the waist down, and the thought of shoes and bras and everything else, that's like a whole thing now. So not knowing what to wear is really stressful. Not doing anything about it can be very destructive, because if you are a creative person, you want to make sure that you're dressed in a way that shows you're creative. If you are a person that's going to help somebody make more money, you need to dress in a way that shows that you have money. I do not mean expensive, fancy clothes. I mean wearing clothes that are right for you. And with my tips, you can go shopping at Kohl's, you can go shopping at Neiman's, you can go shopping at Nordstrom's, Macy's. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the clothes cost. It matters if they're the right clothes for you in terms of the styling, the details, the fit. So when you show that you're paying attention to details on you, meaning adding an accessory or wearing something that fits properly, you're showing your potential clients and your existing clients that you pay attention to details for them. So it's really, really important. So it's not just, I'll just put something on now. If you're happy, great. But if you put something on and it makes you feel insecure, uncomfortable, if you're tugging a little bit because things don't quite fit the way they used to, or as I like to say, as we get a little older, parts of our bodies seem to move around and go to different places. So you have to, if you don't feel good in how you look in your clothes, it's going to come across. And that's the worst message you want to have to come across. So what you wear has to show you off as the person to hire. And when you are wearing clothes that make you feel and look good, you have a total unfair advantage over those who don't. So just saying. So any old problem, meaning I can't find anything to wear, nothing fits me, any old problem, including skin, can be fixed with new solutions, always. But it's about finding the right ones. And sometimes that means you have to change the way you've been doing things. So I'm going to give you some of my most important tips to help you stop stressing about dressing. And this means going into your closet today or whether you're going to go shopping. Same thing. The first thing I start every client with is helping her see what the best colors are for her to wear. So, meaning when you're wearing a color that makes your eyes pop, especially if you have, colored eyes, blue, green, hazel, gold, that makes that color come out, you're wearing a beautiful color that's going to make you look healthy. It's going to make you look younger. It's going to make you look vibrant. If you're wearing a color that's going to make your under eye circles look darker or make you look like you have under eye circles when you don't, or make your eyes look dull, your skin look yellow, God forbid your teeth and your eyes look yellow, it happens, can make you look like you have shadows and wrinkles and lines that you don't even have. It'll make people see you as not well. And these days, we really don't want to be seen as not healthy more than ever. So the color really affects how you look. And obviously, the better you look, the healthier you look, the more vibrant you look, the more people are going to like look at you and say, oh, she's got something. The other advantage of knowing the right colors for you to wear, and you can be aware of this now, you're not going to be able to totally say, okay, I know that I should be this shade of red or that shade of red, but you're going to start paying attention now. When you put a color up next to your face, look and see what happens. Is your skin getting red? Not good. Is your skin getting yellow? Not good. Is your skin looking creamy or even toned? Then it's a good color for you. And when you start only having in your closets the colors that are right for you, there's a family of colors that I advise my clients to wear. And all the colors in those families can go together. So now you have the potential to create a whole bunch of more outfits, but with fewer clothes, because the colors all work together. And black and white doesn't count, just saying. Okay, shopping, whether it's in store, online, doesn't matter. It's really important to stop buying what you already have. I mean, I have to look at the gallery view, but does anybody ever notice that they have a lot of the same thing in their closet? Or sometimes, you go to a store or even online and you find yourself attracted to something, and odds are you already have something very similar in your closet. So now you have lots of clothes, likely not in colors that all go together. And then you have multiples. So now you have, again, fewer outfits because you have lots of things, but nothing works together. And if you have multiples of something, and then it ends up not fitting because we change, or you realize it's not that great, you've wasted your money on something. So a lot of women will buy, let's say they go to a store and they see a top and it fits them. And so now they're, thank God it fits me. And it comes in 5 stripes, 2 florals, and 4 shades. Therefore, because it fits me, I'm going to buy all the colors, all the stripes, and all the florals. And now you have a whole bunch of the same thing. It's boring. You're not creating new outfits that way. And it's also, odds are, it's not going to be great on you in another 2-3 years. So now you have multiples of something. You've wasted a lot of money. So it's really important that you literally have to pull your hand away from the, the cursor on the computer or the hanger in the store. When you see something, first ask yourself, do I have something like this at home already? And then don't get it. Try something new, experiment. When I take somebody shopping or find them things online, because I've been working virtually for 8 years, so I didn't have to do the pivot. I insist that people try something that they say initially they don't want to try. And they don't want to try it because it's not what they're usually buying. But if you say that you don't know what to wear, then it's time to experiment. And when you experiment, there's 2 things that are going to happen. You're going to either laugh, because I think laughter is the best way to handle anything, or you're going to be really wow, I would never have picked that out for myself. You know, and you can be pleasantly surprised, but you have to be willing to experiment a little bit. So either you laugh or you find something great. Most of the time, you're going to find something great. So another thing then about shopping, what's in your closet, is go for fit and not size. So a lot of women are like, okay, this is the size I was last year. And if I can't fit into that size now, I'm not buying anything until I can fit into that size again. And I was there. I mean, after I had my second child, I swore I was going to work my ass off, excuse me, and lose that 10 pounds that I gained. He's 24. I never lost the 10 pounds. I gained a few more than those 10 pounds, a few more. Okay. So you can't keep like, well, one day, one day, one day. It's important to wear clothes that fit you now, even if it means that you have to go up a size or two. I know it might be painful because it's a mental thing, but when you wear clothes that fit the body you have now, you will actually look thinner and you will actually look younger and taller and all these other things that we all want to be, unless we already are young, thin, and tall. And you're going to get compliments on how great you look, and people are going to think that you lost weight. Nobody cares about the label. We need to get over that thing about the numbers in it. I had a client once who had nothing to wear. She had tons of striped polo shirts. It was very odd. And she was not leaving her house anymore. She lived in the city to go out and do things because she was getting so miserable. But she was so hung up on size that she had cut the size labels out of every piece of clothing she owned. She literally didn't even know what size she was. And maybe she was a size, well, I took her shopping. She was, I think, a size 8 to 10. Hardly big. That's my size on a good day. So don't think that the number is what the reason why you shouldn't try something on. Try something on, have it fit the widest part of your body, take in whatever is the narrow part. For instance, the waist sometimes is narrower than the hips. Fit the hips, get the waist taken in. You will look so much thinner and better than wearing a pair of pants that you're squeezing yourself into. You might get that initial satisfaction of, well, at least I can get it closed, but it's going to be tight. And when it's tight on you, it's going to make you look bigger. It's also incredibly uncomfortable. And if you're speaking, I know some of you are speaking or, even now on Zoom, everybody's a speaker. If you're wearing something that doesn't fit you right on stage, in front of a room, or here, virtually, you're going to be subconsciously touching yourself and pulling. And a lot of women have a tendency to go like this because they want to cover the stomach, or if things are too tight, they're pulling things up and they're pulling things down and the straps are going. And then you're totally distracting. And then you're not sending the message that you're on top of things and that you can solve their problems. Because if you can't solve what you're wearing, they're not going to believe you can solve the big problems, right? The ones that make them money. And so my big philosophy is, if you stick to colors that work together and that are perfect for you, fit, meaning only have in your closet the clothes that fit you now. If you really can't part with something, fold it, bundle it, roll it, whatever, put it someplace else in the house, but not in your closet, so that when you open that door, you only see the clothes that you can wear now. It'll make you feel better. It'll be much easier to make more outfits. It'll be much easier for you to stop wearing the same thing over and over again, which a lot of women tends to do, especially these, the past year where it was just so easy to throw the same shirt and leggings on. And then you'll end up finding out that you'll have fewer clothes and more outfits. I had a client this winter who had moved to a new house, incredible closet. I wish I had it, but she was really, really upset that she had been gaining weight through the years, tons of clothes, beautiful closet, and all she kept wearing was leggings and a t-shirt. And she was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I helped her with photos, find out what works for her and what doesn't. Once she knew that, she was able to let go of a lot of these clothes that really weren't fitting her or weren't flattering. And she ended up having far fewer clothes in her closet, still plenty. And she lost 23 pounds since we worked together, because when she could see how she could look good and not in these oversized clothes, but clothes that fit her, it changed something in her mind and she saw herself differently. When you see yourself differently, that's where everybody else is going to see you differently too. So creating new outfits, that's my superpower. That's my thing. I take a look at someone's clothes and I can come up with new combinations. So I ask you to look at your clothes and see, maybe there's something in there that you haven't worn 3 years, this last year doesn't count, that you can throw on with a pair of jeans, maybe, that you never would have done that before. But, try to see if you can look at things in a new way. Do not, I didn't really write this down, but do not buy something like the top to go with the jacket and the pants and hang them up together that way. Because then you only have that one outfit. But I look at that top and I can see it with 5 other different things in your closet or 4 different necklaces. So it's a lot of women hang things together because that's how they want to wear it. But then you're literally, you're limiting yourself to how much you can do with it, which is not a good use of your money that you spent on your clothes. So I ask you, find a top you haven't worn in 3 years. Maybe you only wore it like, to go, I don't know, to lunch with friends or, with a suit for a presentation. Throw it on with, let's say, a pair of jeans, and then find a necklace that you haven't touched in 6 years and see if some of the colors work together and throw it on together. You have a new outfit you never would have thought of. It's a wonderful thing. And it's a way you can make your money, whatever you've invested, go a lot further. So resist wearing the same thing for the rest of the week that you've worn for the last year. Just try it. The average weight gain, from what I heard on the news this past year, was 29 pounds. I think that was between men and women, but many women have lost weight, but many more have gained weight. So I created, I'll put it in here. I have a tip sheet that will show you how to use your clothes and accessories to help hide any parts of you that you wish there was a little bit less of. There are also great tips to help you just make an outfit look better. One of the tips in there is about the shapes of jewelry and necklines. And true story, a little embarrassing, but this past weekend, we actually ventured out and went to a neighbor's and sat, we're outside. And I wore a certain shape earring and a certain shaped neckline. And I just felt like it, something I don't usually do. And later that night, my husband, kind of wanted to have a talk with me. And he said, "Did you get something done to your face? Did you get some injections or something to your face?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, your face looked very round." And so I kind of got over it. No, I didn't do anything, but I was wearing very round earrings and I was wearing a very round neckline, and I don't usually do it because it's not the best for me. And clearly it's really not good for me because he thought I had fillers done or something. He thought my face swelled up. I don't know what it was, but that's kind of some of the tips I give. It's that important. The details in clothing, they make that much of a difference. I eventually talked to him again. So anyway, the faster you learn new ways to do things, the faster great results will show up. And that comes with how you run your business, with what you wear, with your skincare, it's all good. I invite you to I'd love questions, by the way. Please, if you have questions, ask me questions. And the first, I'm a little limited in time. The first 3 who do sign up for that, I will send you a link if you would like to take advantage. I'm offering a complimentary Know What to Wear call. I will help you figure out why it is you might not always know what to wear and then how to fix it. Because everything has a solution, and never, ever, ever, ever think that size and weight is the reason why, because it's not. A person can be a size 4, a person can be a size 24. If she's wearing the wrong clothes, it doesn't matter what size she is. And proportions don't change. The length of our bones do not change no matter what we weigh. So don't ever think that losing weight is the answer, because it's not. But knowing what works for you is really important. And that's why I'm inviting you to experiment and to look at things a little differently. Trust me, you're going to put something on later on or pass the mirror and look at yourself and say, is this color the right color for me? And you'll know right away what it is. And when you try something new on, or you go shopping and you look in the mirror, if your first reaction is, well, maybe if I lost some weight, or well, maybe if I got some other shoes, then it's not for you. If your first reaction is, I actually look good, then that's what you should buy and that's what you should keep. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Charlotte, so much. I open up the floor to if anyone has any questions for Charlotte, if you want to